whispers of the mountain breeze. The soft glow of dawn spilled over the valley, casting a golden hue on the rice fields. Aiko stretched her arms as she stepped out of the house, her bare feet touching the cool, dewy grass. The distant sound of a temple bell echoed through the hills. She glanced at her mother, Kaide, bent over the vegetable garden, her hands moving swiftly as she pulled out weeds. Inside the house, Hisako brewed tea from fragrant herbs, her weathered hands steady as she poured the steaming liquid into cups. Aiko joined her, sitting cross-legged on the tatami mat. "Grandmother," she asked, "do you think the spring in the mountains is real?" Hisako paused, her wise eyes twinkling. "Real or not, only those who truly seek its gift can find." But Aiko's resolve solidified. She would find the spring and bring life back to their farm. Aiko's days were filled with simplicity and routine. She helped her mother in the vegetable garden, collected water from the river, and learned ancient traditions from her grandmother. Despite their modest life, Aiko loved the countryside, the chirping of cicadas in the summer, the crisp air of autumn mornings, and the stories her grandmother told by the fire at night. 5 years later, Aiko turned 16. In the countryside was not without challenges. The family's small farm depended heavily on the weather, and in recent years, the rains had been scarce. The rice fields began to dry up, and the family struggled to make ends meet. Kaede worked tirelessly, taking on odd jobs in the nearby village, while Hisako prepared medicinal teas to sell at the market. Aiko, determined to help her family, decided to take on a task her grandmother often spoke about, a hidden spring in the mountains that was said to bring life to the land. It was a treacherous journey, and many believed the spring to be nothing more than a myth, but Aiko clung to the hope that it could save her family's farm. One early morning, Aiko with her satchel slung over her shoulder, she bid farewell to her mother and grandmother. Kaede handed her a scarf to protect her from the cold mountain winds, and Hisako gave her a small talisman for protection. The path wound through the forest, where sunlight dappled the ground. Birds chirped overhead as Aiko carefully navigated the uneven trail. Her sandals crunched against fallen leaves, and she paused occasionally to drink from a bamboo canteen. Suddenly, a brown Labrador retriever ran out from the trees by the forest. It looked friendly and had sparkling eyes, so she named it Sparkling and made it her traveling companion. As she climbed higher, the forest grew denser. She brushed past low-hanging branches and crossed a shallow